I'm fucking in and you're fucking out. Now get the fuck out of my chair.
That's right, Todd. Get the fuck out of my chair. Son of a bitch. Man, you give a guy an inch and he tries to take a mile. Oh, hi, guys. Sorry, I'm just dealing with some management shit. That's something that I really appreciate. I have no employees. I have nobody above me. I have nobody below me. Oh, I wish I had somebody blowing me right now. I mean, below me right now. Anyway, anyway. Hope you guys are having a great day. A lot to get into. A lot of fun stuff. It's gonna be a good show. All the other shows, complete shit. This one, borderline not shit. Anyway, oh boy. A lot to get into, like I said, but real quick, hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. And remember, today's show is brought to you by Kirkwall Group, as well as Game Time PDR. And of course, Bet Online. Bet Online continues to be the world's most trusted. I'm spinning everywhere. I'm sorry. They're the world's most trusted betting platform, and they love the fact that I'm talking about spinning while I'm talking about their product. They're the number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. They got the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, college basketball, NHL to UFC. Head to betonline.ag right now, and don't forget to use this promo code. You're going to thank me later. BLEAV, and that's going to be your welcome bonus on your first deposit. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, it's Bet Online. The game starts here. Before we jump into headlines, God, I don't know what it is. Apparently, when I talk to you, I salivate. Meow. Oh, yeah. Who? Anybody else's nipples hard? Or nope. Anyway, a lot to get into. Like I said, a lot of great headlines. Got to recap this. It's the holiday season, and I was out shopping with my wife. The kids were having a day with their pappy, and then we're like, yeah, we'll just, hang out at the house and relax. No, it's that time of year, so we had to go fucking shopping. I don't know about you. I despise shopping. I try to do it as quickly and as efficiently as I can, if I get to it. I'm terrible at shopping. If I can do it online, I'll do it online. I am the perfect example of why people why online shopping is so popular. Because of people like me. I don't want to interact with anybody. I don't want to deal with crowds and get my anxiety all jacked up and be like, fuck, I don't know, get this. Then I leave, get some random gift. I'm the guy that I hate. I'm the guy that buys a stupid fucking gift and everybody's like, why'd you buy me a gift? Because I'm like, because I didn't want to be around people anymore. So that's what I grabbed. You're welcome. Happy holidays. But I'm out there shopping with my wife. We go to like Home Goods or whatever it's called. I think that's what it is, Home Goods. And my wife is so irritated with me. I don't like to shop, like I just said. And she gave me the responsibility of pushing the cart. Okay? It's jam-packed. I can only imagine what it's going to be like next week when it's closer to Christmas. It's going to be even more chaotic, but it's pretty fucking chaotic over the weekend. I'm like, I don't know where to stand. Okay. I don't know where to stand because I feel like the aisles, they put so much goddamn junk in the fucking store. There's not enough room for two people to really walk side by side. And I got a fucking cart. So I'm sitting there going, I don't know where to go. I'm moving one way. And she's like, why are you over here? Or why are you over there? Jeez, come on. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, can you at least help look for something? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking for. So finally, I just veer off into some other section, and I'm just waiting, making eye contact with her in case she's like looking around for me, and then I can go, hi, over here, right? And then I look around me, and there's like two other guys doing the same thing. They're like, I don't know where to move, but we don't talk to each other. We just kind of give each other the glance of acknowledgement of we're all in the same boat. So that was annoying. Then my wife starts cracking up as we're like headed to the checkout counter. She's all, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "Hear what?" She said some mom started yelling at her like 4 or 5-year-old kid. And she said all of a sudden she yelled, "Kyle, why is your hand in your butt?" I don't know if it was Kyle or it might have been Jimmy, but we're going to say it's Kyle. And it's just like there is a certain age where some kids will just like stick their hands in their pants. They don't know what the fuck. They're like, "Oh, show. Oh my God, that's weird. It's warm back there and smelly. Weird." But she said, just like clear as day. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention. She said, like, "Kyle, why is your hand in your butt?" I could just imagine the kid just trying to justify it. Like, well, I was sitting here looking at these toys, and I thought, wow, what would it be like if I stuck that car up my back end? And then he's just starting to ramble on, and the mom's just like,
"Shut the fuck up, Kyle."
"Oh my God, isn't that gross?" That gross. But you know what? We've also, if you're a parent, you've probably said something similar to that. Like, what do you know, don't eat that. Why are you picking your nose? Did you just pick up that vomit off the floor and eat it? I've never had to say that, but you know what I mean. There's always something awkward that you yell at your kid. Where you sit there and go, "I can't believe I just had to say that. I shouldn't have to say that. I shouldn't say don't don't eat dog poop, don't eat dog food, or don't I don't know. I can't even think of anything unless it's really inappropriate and it's talking about kids, and I don't want to go down that path." Went to Smash Burger. I love Smash Burger. It's a really good fucking place. I haven't had it in years, and I forgot how good it was. I got like their jalapeno burger. Ooh, ooh, it was good. Kind of roll your eyes in the back of the head. Kind of like I used to say about Sugar Fire. Their burgers are fucking fire. They're insanely good. But Smash Burger, not too bad. Not too bad. Their fries were fresh, whatever. The reason I bring that up is my wife and I are sitting in there, and all of a sudden, this older lady, 60, 70 years old, comes in there, nose up in the air, complete snot type woman. But what does she have in tow? Her fucking annoying little poodle dog. And it's just walking around, sniffing everything. I'm like, who brings their fucking dog into a restaurant? Unless it's a designated pets are welcome, because usually there's some sort of open space where they can be. Who fucking brings in a dog? It wasn't a working dog. It wasn't no ho dog. It wasn't. It wasn't a working dog. It wasn't like what are those emotional support dog or whatever. Nothing like that. She was just a fucking bitch that brought in her fucking dog. And it was just so annoying because and I guess maybe it doesn't make sense unless you know somebody that is severely allergic to an animal. We know somebody that like they have to be super fucking cautious when going to somebody's house because they can get really sick. You're not supposed to that's a health code violation to bring in an animal like that. Although I guess what's the fucking workaround if you have a working dog? Is it a health code violation? I don't whatever. But anyway, she was a bitch. It was just so annoying. God, and apparently the center of the universe is right there. She is the center of the universe. Some of you are probably like, "What's wrong with bringing in your dog? Who cares? You a dick." I just don't like it. I follow the rules. Look at me. I follow the rules. Speaking of following the rules, let's do it. Enough is enough. Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
This dude was caught red-handed. Literally. Rosie Palm was his accomplice, if you get where I'm going. It says a rural police officer in Yorkshire. This is over in the UK. Classic UK. You guys are dirty little birds, aren't you? Apparently, this police officer filmed himself performing a solo act. What was that? What could he have been doing? Could he have been knitting? No. Oh, I know.
Play with yourself. It'll be good. Everyone, walk away.
He was spanking the monkey. Good for him. Good for him. No, not good for him. He was doing this act. He was jacking off. Let's just call it what it is. In the police station, in his full uniform. And what he would do is he did this multiple times, and he would send the videos and pictures to his girlfriend. Then now he's banned from the police force. What a dumb way to be like, I believe he quit before he got fired. Bad idea, I guess, because the info's out. Might as well just let them fire you. But what a dumb way to lose your job. A career. If you're a police officer, that's your gig, man. I mean, the only other option for you is to be a security officer. You can try to go into the fire department, but listen, they communicate. They're going to talk. Be like, hey, this guy Johnson over here used to work at your station. What's up with that? What's up? Off the record, what's up with it? Oh, he likes to jack off, take videos of it, and send it to his girlfriend while on the clock. Yeah, okay. Right? That's what's going to happen. Plus, there's a lot more information that you have to absorb to be a firefighter. It's a lot different than being a police officer. I'm not saying one's harder than the other, okay? I don't need you police officers coming after me because I'm saying you got to be really smart to be a firefighter. Hey, police officers, didn't know you were there. I didn't say that. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. I don't need to get tasered as I'm walking, down the street with my kids. They're like, hey, DeHuff, we got a message for you. Taser me. We not so stupid now, is we? Be like, I think you kind of proved my point when you open your mouth. I'm kidding. Holy shit. I just went down a dark path in regards to police officers. I'm obviously fucking kidding. So anyway, the Huff was found beaten in an alleyway. Anyway, what an idiot. As far as me, along with this guy, don't jack off at work and don't jack off and video yourself, because guess what? It's going to come back to you. I'll say this. If you're going to crank one out at work, do it in the bathroom. Okay? Where the door is locked and nobody can come in and see you. Don't be making a video. Don't be taking pictures. And sure shit, don't be sending them people. Because if all of a sudden whoever you're sending them to gets pissed off at you or just is like, why the fuck is he sending me this? Guess what? Your career's over. Now you're going to be walking the beat at the security, at the mall or something like that. That's what it's going to be. I just insulted mall security guys. I just did. Man, I am batting zero today. I'm so sorry. What do you think? We're all people that got caught jacking off at work? And then everybody's like, yeah, what the hell? Then there's that one guy in the back going, yeah, what? That would be so messed up. Anyway, I found pictures of my former boss when I did traffic reporting. I've shared this story before. I'll do it real quick. I worked at a traffic road traffic company, and we would put information into the computer system that would then go into, it would do two things. It would go into your maps, into people's maps, into their GPS type thing. And we also worked with a news station, and they don't work together. I don't even know if the company exists anymore, but we worked with, like, say, 9 News, and they would use our information And then that's how they would do their news. We were a separate entity. Anyway, one of the things I would get there at like say 4 o'clock in the morning, and my boss is like, "Hey, the computers are running really slow. Can you go through them and delete anything that's not supposed to be there?" I'm like, "Sure, sure, okay." So I go in there the next morning and I start clearing, and we all shared the same login, by the way. Nobody had their own individual login. So I'm going through everything and I get to the pictures section and I open it up to see what's in there and then to delete it. But it's on like slideshow, so everything shows up. So the pictures show up immediately. And I'm like, "Whoa." Because there's a picture of my boss and his dick, right? Yeah, yeah. He had a fucking uh, baby arm coming out between his legs holding an apple. Dude was hung like an ox. It was disgusting. And I'm like, "Whoa, no, no." I ended up having to quit because they couldn't prove, and I talked to a lawyer. They're like, you have no case because you can't prove that he put it there for you to find, even though he probably did put it there for you to find. But it's just an uphill battle, and HR didn't do anything. They didn't like transfer him somewhere. They didn't fire him. As far as I know, he didn't get suspended because he was there all the time. So I tried to work there for another week, and I'm like, I can't, because he knew I fucking turned him in too. There was like 3 people that worked there, and I had to rat him out. Like I found a picture of so and so's dick on the computer. "Oh, that's terrible, Scott. How does that make you feel?" "Well, it makes me feel dirty." It does. Okay. And then I tried to do it for every time I would see him, he'd just be like, "Hey, Scott, how's it going?" Like a big old grin, like, "You saw my wiener." So awful. After a week of trying to, because it was my second job. I was just like, no, fuck it. I'll find another job somewhere else. I'll go work at Subway or wherever I ended up. I can't remember. It was fucking disgusting. It was so gross. Anyway. Anyway. Auckland, New Zealand. 2 police officers are in trouble for doing something that I would probably do myself. They're in trouble after home security footage shows them using the in-home stripper pole. They were investigating something. There was an in-house, like in the living room, security camera. Apparently, this home had a stripper pole in the middle of it, because who doesn't have that, right? And they decided, you know what? Let's fucking use this shit. And they start, apparently using the pole, dancing around, having a good time. But they got in trouble for that. I kind of have a hard time with this, because that's the issue, is they used a stripper pole and they're like, grinding on it, spinning on it, whatever the fuck they were doing. Police dicking around, using the stripper pole, relieving stress. That's the problem. How about the house has a fucking stripper pole between the fireplace and grandpa's old beat up recliner? How about that being an issue? Right next to the baby, playpen. Right there. That's where it's at. Not that I'm judging, really, but here's my thing. Do you really need to practice that much? I'm sure you do. Go somewhere. Go somewhere else. I'm sure you can. There's classes that you can pay for. Don't put it in your house. It's just so stupid. But that being said, if I go over to your house and you have a stripper pole and we're like hanging out talking, I'm going to be eyeballing that stripper pole the entire night. If we're just sitting there drinking, watching the game, or just shooting the shit, I'm going to be constantly like looking at it. You're going to get up to go to the bathroom, and I'm going to be slowly walking over to the stripper pole, put my hand on it, and just doing a nice little gentle spin around it, right? That's what I'm going to do. You're telling me you wouldn't? Obviously, I would, check to make sure there's not any weird smudges. Hopefully, the pole is clean. But either way, I would do it most likely, spin around, and then just go wash my hands. As much as I say I would probably, check to see how dirty it is, I probably wouldn't, in all honesty. I'd spin around it, then just go wash my hands. And hopefully I don't get any weird warts on my hands. It would be too hard not to, it would be too hard to resist that. Am I the only one on that? If I saw a stripper pole, it's not like I expect to, I'm going to be full on spinning around, doing the splits, both my legs out, and I'm just holding on, and I'm and then jiggling my ass as I go down. No. In my mind, that's what I would be doing. But no, that's so wrong. If you have a stripper pole in your house, let me know. One, I'm going to judge you. Even though I think sex work is real work, but I can't help to be a little bit divisive on this. I'm having an inner battle in my mind right now going, you shouldn't have that in your home. But then it's just I guess if you don't have kids, who fucking cares? Imagine going over to your buddy's house. You're 10. You go over there. There's a stripper pole in the middle of the living room. Wait till you tell mom when you go home. Be like, oh, it's so fun. We played on the fire pole. Is there a fire station right next to their house? Oh, no, Mom. They have a fire pole in the middle of their living room. It was great. Their dad showed us how to use it. He's like a gymnast. Oh, you thought I was going to say mom, but no. The city of Bend, Oregon has spent over $1,500 on removing googly eyes from 7 of the 8 sculptures impacted. That's what the headline says. So apparently somebody put googly eyes on these sculptures around Bend, Oregon, and they're all pissed off. They're like, stop putting googly eyes on our sculptures. There's a sphere that has one. There's a deer that has big old googly eyes. I'm wondering, why is it costing $1,500 to remove 7 pairs of googly eyes? It's not like they're welding them on there. I can't imagine the glue is, if they're using I guess that just must be labor cost. Because I can't imagine it would be that hard. I think that's kind of funny. And it probably, especially if the art, the sculptures have been there for a while, they're just kind of it's just one of those things. There's the deer, there's the guy reading a book on a bench sculpture. There's all these things, but then it's all of a sudden it's just somebody puts big old fucking googly eyes on them. They're kind of cool now. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying I get it, and I don't think it's that big of an issue. If anything, it's going to make me go, oh, that was so much better when it had the googly eyes on it. I guess I can dream, huh? It would irritate me if I was the artist. But come on, you're just drawing attention to the art. Listen, art's fucking stupid anyway half the time. All the art people are like, no, you did not. No, you did not. I'm just saying it gets a little tight in it gets a lot of bad publicity, like when you got some dickhead McGee that duct tapes a fucking banana to a wall and sells it for $2 million or whatever the hell it was. That's a horrible example of art. But if you make art entertaining and fun, come on, it's drawing the attention to it in kind of a negative way. But I mean, it's not my artwork. I think it's great. Googly eyes. Oh, now next time you're walking around somewhere and you see a sculpture, you're going to be like, yeah, it's nice, but where are the googly eyes? Because that's really going to make me appreciate this a lot more. I think that's kind of funny. We'll never know who did it. Somebody comes, unless somebody holds a press conference, and they're like, I'm the one. I'm the one who did it. I'm the googly bandit. I like to put googly eyes on everything. Put it on, you go to DC, put it on Abraham Lincoln, then people will lose their shit. Huh? No, you can't do that. But if it's a deer, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, listen up, Denver. Remember this name, Game Time PDR. I know some of you are still sitting there going, shit, should I get my hail damage repaired? Maybe I shouldn't. I get it. It's one of those things where you're like, should I, shouldn't I? Listen, for whatever reason you're procrastinating, don't worry. I have a very trustworthy company that you should check out. They're right here in Denver. They've been around for a bit. They're Game Time PDR, and they are a very trustworthy shop. They specialize in paintless dent repair, which saves the integrity of your vehicle and restores the value back into your vehicle. It's a big deal. To celebrate the end of hail season and those procrastinators out there, they're offering a $200 gift card just to get your vehicle fixed. Game Time PDR has an expert claims specialist on staff to take the hassle out of dealing with insurance claims and makes it a seamless process. Game Time PDR is going to pay your deductible up to $1,000, okay? But they need to see the vehicle in order to qualify. They're able to pay your deductible because they work and advocate for the customers first before the insurance company. Game Time PDR's expertise and experience are unmatched. They have over 30 years of experience in the industry, and they have some of the best technicians on the planet. Call Anthony right now, 303-955-8200. Again, 303-955-8200 to schedule an evaluation. It's Game Time PDR, the MVP in dent repair. I talked about this last week, and I was very shocked at how big of a response I got on it. Because I almost didn't do that story last week where I was talking about those New Jersey drones. Because I was like, this is fucking stupid. It's some dickhead kids who, stole their mom's credit card and are like, let's build some drones. But no, it's more than that. If somehow that ended up being the truth, I'd be really fucking shocked. Because the more information that's coming out about this, the weirder it is. And the initial reason I brought this up again was somebody sent me this. I think it was Greg sent me this snippet. Said gun sales shoot through the roof in New Jersey because of all these drone sightings. And I got to be honest, I'm not saying go out there and shoot them, but you don't know what the fuck these drones are doing. There's like thousands of reports, and it's not just in New Jersey now. They're starting to spread over into the New York area and Pennsylvania. Allegedly, there's some in Colorado. I told you there was there's something going around our neighborhood, but I haven't heard that in like a week. But and it's definitely not to the extreme as what we're seeing in New Jersey. There's a television crew was out there. They're doing a report, and sure as shit, as they're doing it, there's the drones in the background. It's fucking bizarre. Government officials say they don't seem to be a threat. Well, okay, that means you don't know, right? I don't think it's going to be a problem. It's really troubling. I'm glad I don't live out there because it would be chaotic. Chaotic because your mind just starts to wander of like what's going on, who's controlling these things. And there's a lot of theories out there. It could be the US government looking for something. And maybe they're looking for somebody that's in the area that has maybe some sort of radioactive nuclear device, and they're trying to find it. And if that's the case, though, I question, because that's kind of a popular theory. But the problem with that is, why aren't you doing it during the day as well? So I don't know why. And it does make sense, though, if you were to lean on that theory of they're keeping it hush hush to the public, because you can't tell people that you're looking for if it's something extremely dangerous that could devastate, a large population of people. You're trying to find it without causing panic, like extreme panic. I mean, it's already kind of chaotic with the drones up there. Imagine if they're like, don't worry, the drones are just looking for a nuclear warhead. Don't worry, folks, you'll be fine. Unless we don't find it in time. So that would cause mass hysteria if you said, listen, this is what we're looking for. So that would kind of make sense. I mean, you also have the idea of, is it a foreign country in here testing the boundaries of the United States? That's pretty scary to think about too. I think if I were to lean on any theory out there, as much as I was joking about it last week, which some people got a little pissed off, they're like, oh, you're just telling me a bunch of nonsense. If I were to lean on a theory, it would be that our government is actually looking for something. And maybe the reason why they're only doing it at night is to help with a little bit of camouflage. In today's day and age, with everybody having a recording device, and how most recording devices don't see very well in darkness, no matter how good the camera quality is, it's going to be concealed. So that's probably, in my mind, why they're not doing it day and night. You have the cover of darkness helping conceal what these are. But if you're in the New Jersey area, you gotta fill us in a little bit more. I want to hear some inside info, because that's just fucking weird. Just like I told you, like I want to say it was like 3, maybe 4 times in the past month, in a month's time frame, there was a drone around here, and that irritated me because I couldn't see it. Then I'm like, who the fuck is flying that shit? What the fuck are they looking for? Is it just somebody just dicking around? This is a much more extreme thing where there's so many out there. And it seems like every night there seems to be new reports. There's even more coming in. Based off of what grainy footage I could see of the drones flying around, it's not extraterrestrial. There's some people that are like, they're coming from the ocean and they're flying over there, and this is what's happening. I saw it. My brother saw it. Something like that. I'm not believing that yet. Okay, it's a great theory, very fantastic. I just don't see that being the truth. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't believe that. I think it's more logical that it's something that is man-made, and it's either our government or somebody else's government fucking around, or looking for shit, or surveying for some reason. That makes sense, right? We'll get into sports here in a second, but I wanted to bring that up because there's so much talk about it. And when you're on social media, like, people are freaked out up there. And I don't blame them for being freaked out, or at least disturbed by, like, what the hell is going on? Who's flying this? Why are they flying it? Those are the two biggest questions. Who and why? Because if it's the U.S. government, why are you guys flying around? And why is half of the government in the darkness on it? And they're going, we need to find something. We need to just be transparent with us. What's going on? If you come to find out that like say a mayor or a governor's just at one point saying this is nonsense, we need to find out what's going on. If all of a sudden they come out and they're like, guys, I think we should be good. It'll be fine. Nobody's been harmed yet. It means that they know what's going on, but they're not allowed to say, which kind of makes it fucked up too. But I don't know. You guys tell me your theories. Put it in the comments below if you're watching. You can always hit me up on socials at DeHuff Podcast, or you can email me DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. It's fucking weird. I put this out on Twitter and Josh wrote, "It's me because I like chaos." Josh, you son of a bitch. Damn it. So genius, but so naughty bastard. I don't know. Some people are also saying like, oh, hey guys, guess what? We're all not talking about the United Healthcare thing anymore. So you're thinking this is a smokescreen. I doubt it, but you never fucking know. You never fucking know. They got a butt ton of money. They'd be like, let's put up a bunch of drones and just fly them around, freak people out. Okay. Now we can continue our healthcare scams. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Or if you're up in that area or have family in that area, let me know. Give me some inside shit. I want to know what you're hearing, what you're seeing. It's fucking wild. Speaking of wild, let's jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls. No, it's not an invitation to a Diddy party.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
Diddy. Maybe Diddy's behind it. He's like, yo, I'm in prison. Guess what? Let's put up some drones so people stop talking about how I'm a pervert. Maybe Diddy. Hey, over the weekend was jam-packed, and it was really cool here in Colorado. The freshest thing on my mind is the Denver Broncos fought back and hammered the Colts. What's wild is the Broncos outscored the Colts 24-0. They were down, what was it, 13-7? And then Jonathan Taylor just rips this like 40-some yard run. But the dipshit fucking drops the ball before he crosses the goal line. Like something you would see in high school. We talked about this. I think it was the Jets did it not too long ago. And I think somebody said Horn with the Buffs did it this season. It's really annoying. I don't understand that. I was listening to Brandon Stokely this morning, former Denver Bronco, former Indianapolis Colt, and he was talking about that. Of all the touchdowns, the 30-some-odd touchdowns he scored in the NFL, he's like, I never thought about dropping the ball before I crossed the goal line or right as I crossed the goal line. But he said he kept all his balls. Talk about being all balls. Look at that. That's Brandon Stokely. That fella is all balls. Literally. I guess it's just guys trying to be cool. Like, oh, dropped it right as I crossed the goal line. It has to be the dumbest fucking thing you can do. Carry the ball to the end of to the back of the end zone. Then do whatever you want with it. It's pretty moronic. If I saw a college player doing this and then he's eligible for the draft, if he did that, especially if it was more than once, I don't think I want to draft him if I'm the person in charge of that or somebody of influence with the team. because they're fucking stupid. Jonathan Taylor, you're a fucking idiot because the Broncos went on a tear after that. 24 unanswered points. And then the Broncos end up winning. The Broncos, if they would have lost that game, their playoff hopes would have dropped down to 50%. Since they won, it went up to 91%. By the way, part of that was the Denver Broncos defense is fucking amazing. Both the offense, Bo Nix had a terrible game, throwing pick after pick after pick. And you know what? You would never have known it in the fourth quarter. They played lights out. The Broncos defense was fucking phenomenal. Nick Bonito, which I always screw up and spell his name wrong. It's N-I-K, not C-K, and it's Bonito with 2 T's, and I always fuck that up, and I feel like an asshole every time I screw that up. But it wasn't a interception. I believe they considered it a backwards pass, so that's considered a fumble. He just picked it off. It was fucking beautiful. Beautiful. I'm watching that with the family, and I just went nuts. I was like, yes, yes. And my son's watching too, because he calls him Nick Burrito to be funny. And he's all, it was burrito. I'm like, yes. Yes. If Nick Bonito won, he should be goddamn definitely in everybody's conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. But if he doesn't get a sponsorship with Casa Bonita, or at least get parodied on South Park as being just an inspiration, in a positive way, I'm going to be upset. Right? Hi, I'm Nick Bonito for Casa Bonita. Right? Something like that. That needs to happen. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, get on it. Get on it. I know you guys listen nonstop. No, you don't. You don't. You don't even know I exist. But Nick Bonito is becoming a fan favorite. He's exciting. He has 2 back-to-back games for the Denver Broncos scoring a defensive touchdown. That's awesome. That's the shit we were talking about at the beginning of the season. And then I called it when Patrick Surtain picked off Gardner Minshew, and he got a pick 6. And then it just seems like the Broncos defense has that scoring ability that we as Broncos country haven't seen in years. The Broncos cement a winning season with that victory over the Colts. Now they just need to put the nail in the coffin and cement a victory and cement. I shouldn't have said cement a victory. Cement a playoff berth. Beat the Chargers. It's going to be difficult. It's a short week. They play the Chargers in LA. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. Patrick Surtain has a minor ankle sprain. Hopefully, it's not my body, but hopefully he'll be good to go for that game. Hopefully, Riley Moss is back. But the Broncos secondary looked good. They held Anthony Richardson. He didn't really hurt him very much. I mean, to be honest, they scored 13 points. I'll take that. So the Broncos take on the Chargers on Thursday Night Football. That's going to be good. I can't wait to see that. Then the following week will be Broncos at the Bengals. That's a winnable game. Then the final regular season is going to be at home, at Mile High, against the Chiefs. And that could be a winnable game too. Listen, when they almost beat the Chiefs in the regular mid-season, I mean, they weren't banged up. They weren't, resting anybody. There's no reason why the Broncos can't beat the Chiefs because they almost did it before. except for a last-second blocked field goal that would have sealed the deal for Denver in KC. This time they're going to be at home, final, regular season game, depending on the playoff implications. Like if they win, it's going to change this or that. So it's very exciting right now to be a Denver Bronco fan. They're playing well. For the most part, they're playing well. Bo Nix had a shitty game. He made some bad decisions. Sean Payton's trying to take the heat off of Bo Nix and say at least one of those was my fault. Ultimately, it's Bo Nix's fault. He's the one that threw him. And part of that's good defense, and part of that is he screwed up. Don't tell me he's not going to be fucking pissed off that he had such a shit game. Because he is. He's going to go out there on Thursday night, and I would expect him to ball the fuck out and just lay the goddamn hammer down and just defuse the Chargers. That's not the right term. It's not defuse electricity. It'd be like ground them. I'm going to ground you. You're grounded, guys. Anyway, there's electricians out there going, no, God damn it, you say this. I don't know what it is, okay? I'm not an electrician. But either way, I know they're going to flip the switch off on the electricity, and the Chargers are going to be done. The Broncos are going to go in there and kick them in the dick. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen, and I can't wait for Thursday night. Broncos are going to just hammer them. Another great thing that happened over the weekend in Colorado sports is Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy. Very exciting. I was very open with saying that I wanted Ashton Jeanty to win it, but I obviously said as well that I wouldn't be upset if Travis Hunter won it, and he did. And I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was very heavy that he won. And in a way, it's good because it's divisive. It gets people talking about the Heisman Trophy. Ashton Jeanty is pissed off that he didn't get it. He said, I should have won it. Good. Let it piss you off. Let it piss you off and fuel you in the NFL to make a point that you should have won the Heisman. Let that be the chip on your shoulder that, just fuels you to greatness. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. You could be, 10 years in the league and you're still thinking about that. Let it piss you off. Nothing wrong with that. I would love the Broncos to draft him if somehow they get their hands on him. But honestly, I'm not really giving a shit about the draft as of right now. I'm thinking about, the Broncos winning the next game and making it to the playoffs. This place is going to be buzzing. The fact that Travis Hunter won the Heisman, the Buffs have a bowl game coming up at the end of this month. It's going to be a tough one against BYU, but it's great. They're relevant. The Broncos are relevant. It's a fun time to be a sports fan in Colorado. Really freaking cool. Hey, if you're running a business and need help with the back of the house, you need someone with experience and is trustworthy. You need the Kirkwall Group. With over 30 years of experience, Richard and the Kirkwall Group understands that you and your business deserve someone who's efficient, timely, accurate, cost-effective, focused on your success, and is working to save you money. Kirkwall Group can help you with your bookkeeping, accounting management services like CFO, controller, accounting manager, projects, and support, as well as tax planning and preparation, like income, property tax, sales, and use tax. What you need to do right now, I say all that, go to kirkwallgroup.net. Kirkwall as in Kirk, Captain Kirk. Oh my God. That, kirkwallgroup.net. See everything they can do for you and your business. Call or email now for a free 30-minute consultation. You're going to talk to Richard. He's an amazing human being, and he loves what he does. He loves helping people that need the help. Running a business is difficult. That's why Kirkwall Group is doing what they do, because they like to help people, and they're number nerds. Okay, let's be honest. They like dealing with numbers. Not everybody does. You can call Richard and the Kirkwall Group at 833-547-5925. That's 833 Kirkwall. Kirkwall Group. They count what counts for you. Oh, I was going to do one more thing. My goodness. It is a fun time to be a sports fan here in Colorado. If you're not in Colorado, hopefully you're sport, because when the sports teams are vibing and it's more than one, that's really cool. I mean, we're still early in the season with the Nuggets, the Avs. Nuggets have been struggling. Avs have struggled a little bit, but it's still too early to, be anti them. You know what I mean? So it's fun. The fact that the Buffs are back in a bowl game, the Broncos are on the edge of making it to the playoffs. They haven't been to the playoffs since Peyton Manning. They haven't had a winning record since, I believe, the year after Manning, when they were like 9-7. Is that right? So it's exciting. It's fun. It's making sports fun. So now's an okay time to get on the bandwagon. I hate when people get mad at people for jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, you're not a real Buffs fan. I've been with them since, 1983 or something like that. I've been a Bronco fan since I was born. I was sucking on my mommy's titties and I was yelling, "Go Broncos." Were you? Wasn't that yesterday? You sick fuck. You sick fuck. Who cares if you're jumping on a bandwagon? The more the merrier. You got to get on sometime. You got to get on sometime. It's like me with the Nuggets. I don't pay that much attention to them for a few reasons. One, it's hard for me to watch them based on the conflict with Comcast and Altitude Sports, which is the one that's owned by Kroenke, and you just can't, if you're not in the area, you can't. If you have Comcast as your cable provider, you can't watch the Nuggets or Avs, which is fucking stupid because it's a pissing match between billionaires. But so that makes that difficult. There's ways to do it, to go around, there's ways to access the programming, but you can either pay a significant amount of money or you can do illegal streams. I'm just not wanting to do that on a regular basis. I have the capability for the illegal services, but I don't want to do that on a regular basis. It makes it just, it's too many hoops. I don't want to go through that. But anyway, so that makes it so I don't pay attention that much to the Nuggets. But when they are in the playoffs, I like to tune in. It's fun, exciting. Playoff basketball, playoff hockey, it's fun. Playoff football, it's exciting. Bowl games are okay. But when the Buffs are in it, I'm invested. So who cares if you're just jumping on the bandwagon, whether it's the Buffs, whether it's the Broncos, or it's maybe you're in Detroit and you're just like, I've never liked the Lions, but shit, man, I kind of like them now, or whatever team. Who cares? Get on that bandwagon. That's how fan bases grow. And don't be a fucking dick. Dare I say it? Don't be a fucking cunt and get mad at people for jumping on the bandwagon.
C-word alert. C-word alert.
My bad, but it had to be done. Okay? It's not every day that I use the C word, but when I do, it's powerful. It is so powerful. Anyway, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining the show. Really appreciate it. I got to go take my cat, Gary, the diabetic. I got to go take him to the vet right after this. I'm going to take him in there. They're going to weigh him, and they're going to be like, oh, he still needs to lose some weight. Are you even really trying to get him to lose weight? I'll be like, I don't know. Are you trying to be a dick? Because you're succeeding at it. They always make me feel guilty. Like, he's fat. A lot of that's just extra skin. Like, he's lost weight. It's just, it ain't tightening back up. He's a lover. A lover. That cat, like, is pressed up against my back every single fucking night. I love him, but I sleep basically in a tight little space because of him. And I don't want to be a dick about it. I don't know how old he is. I don't know how many, because we adopted him. We were like his third family. I don't want to be a dick and be like, get the fuck off me, man. I'm a human. You's a cat. I don't want to be a dick about it because, you know, who knows? Motherfucker could die any second. Any second. Hopefully my kids aren't listening. They're like, what? Daddy, what did you say about Care Bear? What? No. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you laughed a little bit in this episode. Remember, go Broncos, go Buffs, go Nuggets, go Avs. Who gives a shit? If you're jumping on the bandwagon, jump on it and enjoy the ride. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button on the episode as well. Big thanks to Kirkwall Group. Go check them out at kirkwallgroup.net, as well as check out Game Time PDR and, of course, Bet Online. It's the Huff Uncensored. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you.